Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Hank, and we're in for a ride of our lives. It's going to be 5 weeks together of an amazing journey where I'm going to take you to your soul, to greater things. You're all here because you want to be, do, and have more, and I'll share with you some ways in order to just do that, have more of the things that you want. And so I would recommend that you get something out to write on when you hear something that strikes your heart, that I've asked for all of you to come today as harmonious, open-minded, with an open heart. And so I know that is going to be the case. And when you hear something, that, to write that down, and because this is going to be a life changer for you. That there's a couple of sheets I ask you to copy, and if you don't have them, you could just write it on a piece of paper, but mainly the desire sheets that you have. You can also print out, if you want, your joy shop that we'll be getting into today. But just welcome, and so I want you to breathe deeply here. Just, close your eyes, breathe in deeply, about 5 seconds, and then blow out and release any resistance for about 5 seconds. And just relax. Your breath in the Bible, spirit means breath. And so it's your breath that connects you so purely and quickly and easily to God, your source and your soul, and your, what I sometimes call, inner being. This is a very intimate relationship, and that we want to make more of having our soul here. So right now, I'd also like you to write down and then ask that you want to invite your soul along today. Your soul's always with you, but not consciously if you don't invite it. And so to really make this just a magical time in this next hour, to invite your soul with you. And that as you do, you're going to start aligning with the power of your essence and who you are. You're going to have, during this 5 weeks, the clarity of your desires, and you're going to be even clearer on what you desire. You're going to understand the full purpose of you and your existence, and the amazing, divine, and brilliant creator that you are, and that you're going to know the worthiness of that which is each one of you. So it's going to be a glorious ride here, and we're going to get right into it. Again, this is Top Performers with Dr. Hank, and it will give you more business. That I have helped tens of thousands of real estate agents and brokers and people from all walks of life, and to increase their business, to billion-dollar businesses, million-dollar businesses, to more money, passive income, wealth. I've helped people overcome cancer, and because that's the power that we each have. And so know that this is going to open up your heart more, and you have write that down too, that I want to open up my heart. There's no reason to be guarded any longer, that I want to open up my heart, and I want to invite my soul along to this amazing journey that we're going to be on today. And so let me get to I'm trying to go to the next screen here. I am unable to. Let me just see if I can get out of there. Go to this next screen. Oh, no. Let's see. There we go. Okay, there we go. So our agenda, and we actually won't be much on this agenda, a little here and there, but I'll be just channeling and just asking for godly thoughts to come to me and then just flow to you, and to be able to go into your hearts and your minds and your souls. And we're going to look at 4 areas where we think in, and you're going to understand how powerful your thought is. In the Bible, they use the word prayer. And so what it is your prayer, and your prayer isn't when you're on your knees and your hands folded. Your prayer is your everyday thought. And so some of you have said, hey, I don't think I'm a creator. I don't think I get what I want. I wanted more stuff. Where's my stuff, right? Yes, where is my stuff? I've asked for more money or more business or better relationships or somebody in that bed next to me, and, and where are they? And here's what has happened, and the reason why sometimes we don't think we're a really big creator, and there's a magnificent, awesome, divine creator that we are, made in the image and likeness of God. And the reason why that is because, so for example, in the morning, we may do our devotions, or we may do what I'm going to ask you to do, is do a joy shop in the morning. And so we're in prayer. And so we're asking for more business and more money and more happiness and to feel better and to have better health. And then, but during the day, we start observing what is. We start observing what's happening. We start observing what happened in the past. Like, for example, I was speaking with an agent today, and they were talking about, oh, gosh, when I called this guy that I just knew he'd be this way. And so a way he didn't want. So he was thinking about what he didn't want about this person, and he goes, you know what? I was right. He was just like I said he'd be. And that's because we think that we don't have the power to change other people. And the fact is, we have the power to change other people. That we can't think or feel for other people, but we could change them based on how our thoughts are. So in the morning, we start asking and we're praying for all these wonderful things. But during the day, we start looking at, oh, that deal went south. And then we start talking to other people, and we Facebook it, and we text it, and, we call our moms about it or whatever. And so we're sitting, and I want you all to lighten up, by the way, and have fun. And we're here to just prance along on this magnificent journey. So just lighten up. And again, start writing down some of this stuff. Like, when I say lighten up, yeah, that's a message for you, that I'm literally channeling the perfect words for you to just go into your heart and soul and to lighten up, enjoy, relax, just savor these moments. It's just wonderful. So back to that, during the day, we start observing all this stuff. And so, and then we take pride in it. And we say, yeah, I face reality. And I say, just forget about facing reality. If you can, whatever you think about expands. Whatever you think about grows. So if you're going to face reality and just look at what's going on, you're just going to get more of what's going on. And so during the day, so let's say in the morning we pray for the things we want, and let's call that the color yellow. Okay, so we're praying for yellow. And then during the day, we start looking and observing things, not enough money, not enough business, business went south, this deal went bad, whatever, unfriendly people, whatever. And then we start thinking about that, and let's call that red, okay? So now we start thinking of things that are red, things we don't want. So we have thought about yellow, and so take yellow paint and take red paint and put it together. And do you know what color you come up with when you take red and yellow together and you mix it up? You get oranges. You get orange, right? And you say, but I didn't ask for oranges. But the fact is, that's why we get oranges and not what we want, because we think about the things that we don't want. So that the things that we have and the things that we do are all meant to enhance our state of being. In other words, it's all about how you feel. And how you feel is all about coming into alignment with the magnificence of who you are. So when you focus on your alignment first, in other words, focus and ask God to be in your life today. Ask your soul, your inner being to be in your life today. Then the things you gather and the actions you perform only enhance your good feelings and your state of being. But if you don't find that vibrational balance, and you attempt to make yourself feel better by bringing more things and stuff into your experience, that what will happen is that you'll just get further out of balance and really not feel good. We are not guided away from accumulating things, and so I want you to accumulate things. I want you to be a master at manifesting all the things that you want, but it's an essential part of your experience to do so. But you intended this wonderful experience by exploring the details of your physical world in order to help you to personally determine your own joyous growth and expansion. But when you try to move forward from an imbalanced place, when you're not aligned with your source and inner being, it becomes uncomfortable. And if you would begin by identifying how you want to feel first. So I want you to think about when I wake up right now, how do I want to feel right now? I want to feel good. I want to feel better. And then how you want to be. And so let your inspiration to accumulate and do come from that centered place. And then you'll be able to maintain your balance and you'll be able to enjoy the things that you gather and the things that you do. So it all starts with your feelings, and that all starts with what you're thinking. So I want to feel good. And so we're going to look at thoughts. We're going to look at your specific desires. So you're going to be actively writing down, hey, what is it that I want to have professionally, my business life and real estate, that we're all real estate agents and brokers. And then what do I want personally? And then we're going to look at what I call the magic bullet, and then the mother of all creation. And it's really co-creation. It's with God and you, and I'm going to give you a technique, a way, if you will, a system in order to help guiding you to these better feelings so that when you do start manifesting things, that it's just delightful. Because it's impossible, and again, you will want to write down these things, that it's impossible to have a happy ending if you don't have a happy journey. So I want all of you to have this happy journey. It's really not about the manifesting and getting the stuff in the business and everything. It's about the journey there. So as you enjoy more the journey there, that when you're in that state of joy, you're actually lined up with God, and then all things that you have asked for are going to just flow easily and brilliantly right into your experience, right into your lap. So let's take a look at science. And science has proven, and again, it's not that I rely so much on science. I rely really only on how I feel, and when I feel bad, I know that that's not the right direction, and I'm not thinking like God is. When I feel good, I am. And so science, though, has come together and said basically, in the past 5 years, they've all agreed for the first time, and so this is neuroscience, quantum physicists, molecular biologists, that they all agree that the first step to anything that you want in your experience, the first step to creation, if you will, in your life is your thought. And so you have this powerful, amazing, better than a computer, a machine, than anything, that it's just all there for you to be able to think as you please, and these thoughts then initiate everything, all matter, what the scientists call, into form. And so I want you to really embrace and understand that, we're very particular on how our hair is, about how we dress, about what car we're in, about, what place we're living in. We're very particular about a lot of things, but typically we're not very particular about the way that we think. And so I want you to become now more particular and write down that I want to really start observing and be aware of what I'm thinking, because I only want to think about things that I want, that make me feel good, that are nice. And some people say, this is really selfish. Well, first of all, you can't think or feel for another person. So the only person that you're going to be able to think and feel for is yourself. And when you think and when you feel good, that means you're aligned with God. And as you do, you will thrive. And so all the people around you will thrive as well. I'm into that. Oh, man, yeah. And in fact, let's say this, that when you hear something good, and I know some of you are in, groups and classrooms and everything all over the United States, that when you hear something good, just scream it out loud. And if you're by yourself, good for you. Say it to yourself, but say, yes. And so when you hear that, yes, that I can be aligned with God as easy as this and get all the things that I want, all I need to do is feel good. And the way I do that is I think thoughts about what I want, not what I am observing in the world. And when you do that, you go, hallelujah, and yes. And when you do yes like that, and when you have a closing, do yes. And when you get a passive income check in the mail, that you go yes. And when you get a hug, you go yes. And as you do, you'll get more and more energy to all the things that you want, and that it'll all start flowing to you powerfully, magnificently. So the first step is your thought that initiates, and we'll get into thought. I'm a mental scientist, and so you're going to understand where your thoughts come from, and that's going to help you to better put into a space on how you want to think more about what you want. Now, those thoughts then create what the scientists call energy. And by the way, the scientists, they forgot to include God here. And later on in our process, I'll show you where God actually fits into this. But your thought then creates this energy, what they call energy. And what that is your emotions. And for the most part, we've been told not to show our emotions, to use our analytical small mind and to figure it out ourselves. And you know what you get? You get more stuff and what you don't want when you do that. Because when you're trying to figure out how to do that, the how is God's work, if you will. The Father does the work, ask and you shall receive. So this asking is, what am I thinking about during the day, every day? And as I just start asking for the things that I desire, that they're going to start flowing to me. And you don't have to be patient with this at all, that it'll come quickly to you, that I have people that are right now, some of you are actually, because you're in a good feeling state and you're feeling good, that God and all that is gathering all the things that you desire right now, and you're going to have some amazing things happen to you. Some of you might have already got a text for like a lead for business. And literally, I have people, agents that generate millions of dollars during this 5 weeks process, and they never had $1 million before. But it's all about you just asking. Like if you would just ask for more money, I want more money. And if you would leave that thought and not talk about, you're driving along and you see Bentley and say, oh, I can't afford that. Okay, well, there you go. You're just on the opposite side, because every subject has two sides to it, the wanted or the lack of it, the unwanted. And so all you need to do now is start thinking about, I'm going to be in what some people call Dr. Hank's La La Land. And all I do, I literally live this magical life. It's just incredible. And I was with my little Jenner, this 9-month-old horse, on Sunday, and it was just so wonderful. And if you want to see it, it's on Facebook at Hank Sites, SEITZ. And but there's some pictures of my Jenner. It was just a magical time with Jenner and with the people and that were there, with Shaylee and with Stacy and Jimmy. And, we just had a marvelous time. It's magical times. At every moment can be a magical time when you're on the right side of the equation, when you're thinking about what you want. So this thought creates emotion, and it's your emotion, your feelings. Okay, so these feelings are so important, but we've been told disregard our feelings for the most part and don't cry. I love going to chick movies and crying. I love at Christmas time. I'm crying all the time when little Timmy is walking, because Scrooge is a nice guy now. And so, and some people think I'm just a big crybaby. That, yeah, I am. I cry for joy every day, and so can you. And you can just start having it. All you want is you just think about the things that you do want. And so it's this imagination. So I want you to write down, I want to expand my imagination. I want to expand my creativity. And as you start saying that to yourself, that God is going to answer, you're going to receive all of these as long as you just stay on that side of the equation. And then that energy creates what the scientists called matter. So that's why thoughts become things. And they're going to only become oranges if you keep on thinking about one side of the equation and then the other side. And so you're going to be able to just love this life even more than you already do. You're going to have more abundance. You're going to laugh more. Write this down. I want to laugh more today. Okay? And then I love this statement on, I feel a beautiful smile come across my beautiful face. And each one of you have a beautiful smile and a beautiful face. And so I just want you to get into it's these general beautiful thoughts that you want. You don't want to get specific on, hey, when I call this guy today, he's going to say yes to me. You're doing God's work. That basically you just want to build like the outside of the house. You just want to get the frame. You want to frame a house and then let God fill it in with all the details. And then, as the Bible says, your cup will overfloweth. I'm an ordained minister, by the way, and so that's why I give examples of the Bible. And most of you that are on the line are Christian, but it doesn't matter what you are, but these are truths that are true for all beings, but your cup will overflow, which means you'll get more than what you ask for. But what has happened is, for some of us, what we've been asking for is stuff we've been saying, like, oh, I don't like those bad people, and I don't like, this real estate, and it's tough, and it's hard, and, whatever. And you say those things, and then what happens is you not only get that, but it even gets worse. And hasn't that happened, like maybe with some of you might have a mother-in-law or something that, you're thinking bad thoughts about, oh, she said this awful thing, and then she just gets worse and worse, and, she becomes this wicked witch at the north, and I get a kick out of that. I haven't thought of such an idea, and that's because God just, giving me these fun ideas to share with you, to just lighten you up and realize, I'm just going to start manifesting the things that I want, because I know that my thoughts become things, and all I need to do is be guided by my good feelings. And so Albert Einstein said, thoughts create matter, and this is not psychology. And by the way, I'm a behavior psychologist as well, but this is physics. So whatever you focus your attention on grows. And I want you to write that down. Whatever I focus my attention on grows. And because, in fact, it does. And the more that you can just stay on the wanted side of every subject, from the smallest particle in the universe to everything else, that there is this wanted, that everything has this equation of either wanted or unwanted, and you just want to ask, hey, where am I? And so when something does happen to you, by the way, that you don't like, and so let's say a deal goes south today, instead of getting all emotional about it and pissed off about it and whatever, what you do is you just point at it, and in a nice way you say, that's what I don't want. And now you ask God to birth these new ideas of what you do want. That's why we have this contrast in life. We have this contrast of things we don't want, so it bursts ideas of what we do want. And then you say, oh my gosh, I want harmonious people. I want my deals to be easy, and I want to be able to be just the best and help my customers. My customers love me, and I love them, and I love how I get referrals, and referrals just come dropping into my lap. I'm coaching with one person, and they just had 3 referrals and 1 listing in the last couple of days. And it's all because they're just thinking about the things that they want. And so, again, don't face reality. And so I want you to write down, I create reality. Oh, man. All right. So now we're going to look at the 4 areas of thought. And what I would suggest you do is get out a piece of paper, and maybe at the back of your desire sheet or whatever, and use a whole sheet of paper and put 4 boxes in the middle. We're going to write about 4 things in each one of them. And so the first area is looking at, this is where I'm thinking about what I want, but I'm doing it non-deliberately. And so this is what I call a red zone. So in this case, red is not good. Okay, it's like stay away. And the green zone is where we're all going. But in this red zone, where I'm being non-deliberate, but I am thinking about what I want, but just at the time I'm being reactive. And so I like giving the example of, you're not being intentional. You're not pre-paving your day the way that you want it. And so you're a parachutist. And so you get in the plane and, they fly up and they go, okay, ready, you can, jump out. And you jump out of the parachute. You jump out of the plane and you go, you're out of the plane, you're flying in the air, and all of a sudden you remember you just forgot one thing. And so what is that one thing? You forgot your parachute. And so you forget your parachute and just hang on and it'll be over quickly and you can have a new life at some other time. But that's how we are sometimes reactively that, we're in a listing presentation and it's going south and now we're asking for what we want. Well, by that time you already have too much momentum, too much energy flowing on what you don't want. So you're not going to be able to do it. It's kind of like if you have a car on a hill. And if you push that car just a little down the hill, you can run in front of it and stop it, right? But if you push that car down the hill and you run down to the bottom of the hill and this car is rumbling down, coming down on you, and you try to stop it, splat, you're not going to make it, right? So it's all about momentum, this energy that you create with your thoughts. And so you want to start creating, and just very gently, that, I want to create positive energy. I want to create energy of the things, about the things, excuse me, that I want. And as you do, you'll get them. So that's the red zone. Be reactive. You get life by default. And so you say, well, I hope today's a good day. And then you don't talk about how you want the day to be. You don't want to talk about how I want to meet harmonious people. I want more business opportunities. And because of that, I'm taking a sip of water. And so because of that, excuse me, that what happens is you get life by default. Sometimes it works out, or plays out. Sometimes it doesn't. And so, we're kind of tired of that. Aren't you tired of swimming upstream? And, you keep on swimming upstream and you go, man, where's this happiness? Even when I have more money, I really haven't. I still got to work. Every deal that I have, I lose a customer, right? Excuse me. So every closing that you have, you lose a customer. In fact, I have one top icon agent that's their thought process is most agents are, when you have a closing, oh, great, where's the money? Let's go blow it for the most case. And but what he does is he said, wow, I just lost a customer. I got to go out and find another customer. So it motivates him more in order to do it. And so, you just really, the struggle is over now. And so the swimming upstream, I want you to just turn and go downstream and go with God's path. God knows exactly where you are. And then it's the path of least resistance that goes to, and it's going down, if you will, that God knows where you are, and the path of least resistance to everything that you want. So when you're in this zone, it decreases your success and increases your stress. Another area is thinking about what I don't want, and I do that non-deliberately. So it's a red zone. It's basically busy work. You have a really amazing opportunity to call a prospect. They're a little challenging to work with, whatever. Or you could call the people that were really nice to you and they just closed on a home. Well, the bigger priority is the prospect. And but instead, I'll just do busy work. Or Saturday morning, we wake up and we say, hey, we're going to clean out the garage or the closet. And then, we have a little coffee and then we get on Facebook, we turn on the TV. Pretty soon, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We haven't done that. Well, I'm going to help you to become more intentional to where you're going to just love everything you do because it's inspired. Remember, I shared with you earlier that if you don't get connected with God and with your soul first, that, it doesn't matter how much stuff you do, that it's not going to bring you happiness. But when you get connected, that you're going to have these amazing godly thoughts, godly feelings and ideas that are going to take you, and you're going to be a magnet. And so everything comes to you that like stuff just doesn't happen, okay? The S doesn't happen. That's really not true at all, but people say, oh, yeah, this stuff. No, everything happens because you've actually attracted it into your life. And people go, well, like I had a major car accident. I was declared by the DA. I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I was declared as permanently handicapped and permanently disabled and permanently homebound. And you know what? I decided I'm not going to honor the God of other people's opinions, so I want you to write that down. I no longer honor the God, and God spelled with a little g, the God of other people's opinion. The best opinion you can ever have is God's opinion, and that's within you. The kingdom is within you, your soul, and you can be guided as you just breathe deeply and ask to invite your soul along with you. And as you do, that you'll see, you'll just have inspired action, because 99% of everything that you manifest, and this is key, 99% of everything you manifest is through your thought. Only 1% is through your inspired action. So I want you to think about, I'm going to only do things, like if you wake up tomorrow morning and you say, well, I got to go make 100 calls to get some deal. Don't do it. You're just wasting your time. Instead, I'd rather have you breathe, do the joy shots, start calling forth what you want, and then expect it to come into your life, into your experience. So we're all magnets. So I want you to become a magnet, and you will. And you're just shining up that magnet now because you're on this, you're going through this process. And I believe me, that you're going to start manifesting things right now and in the weeks to come that are going to just be like magical to you. You're going to say, like, this life really is rocking, even better than the way you have it. So back to this, it's busy work. It's kind of so what? And, you end up decreasing your success and increasing your stress. Now, another area that we think in is when we're being deliberate and we're thinking about what we don't want. And this is another red zone, and I call it committee members. So imagine in your mind, there's this beautiful mahogany table and these beautiful executives' chairs around this table. And what you have done is you have created this amazing committee that is really the only devil that there is in the world, is this committee, the thoughts within your head on these committee members. So they're fear, and fear is really an acronym, F period, E period, A period, R period, and it's false evidence. You may want to write this down, because fear is one of the main reasons that you haven't gotten all the things that you want. And so fear is false evidence appearing real. And so I want you to start asking yourself, see, it's as easy as this. You want confidence? Just ask for it. Ask and you shall receive. So I love being more confident now. I love being on top of my game. I love how I just attract whatever it is, business that you want, that some of you are from Keller Williams, EXP, that you'd like to attract agents, that you just start calling forth on what you want, that I want to attract, quality agents, high-producing, well-connected agents, and that as you do, they'll just start coming to you in just amazing and delightful ways. And that this is how life truly plays. Okay, most people use the word work. I don't like using the word work because it's a low vibration, and I like play instead. And don't you too? That this is how life plays. That I have the power now. I have the ability to overcome any circumstance, to be on the high road of any situation, and to take any situation, turn it into seeing the good in it. How many times have you experienced something where you thought it was the worst thing that could ever happen? Might have been a divorce or, whatever. But let's use the example of a divorce. And you say, oh, this is the worst thing that ever happened. And then you realize, a year later, 2 years later, whatever, all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have met this other person, if I were still married, and I'm so much happier now. And so it's really part of your past, okay? So everything that has happened in your past, that know that it's all for good. It's all leading you exactly to what you want. And when you get what you want, that not only uplifts you, but it uplifts everybody around you. If you say like, oh, I don't like money, or, some people tell me, money is the root of all evil. Well, if you think that, that's fine. You don't need to have money for happiness, but boy, it sure is, I found it's a heck of a lot more fun. And in this world, we do need money. So being poor doesn't help the poor, right? But being rich can help the poor. And so you want to be able to start, just calling yourself who you are. You're confident, you stand tall, you have good posture, and you have just beautiful things to tell people. You're complimentary to them, you laugh with them, you smile with them, that you just enjoy your life, you love your life, that you look at everything that I love this on. Every morning I say this to myself, before I get out of bed, okay, I always get out of bed on the right side, and when I mean right, the correct wanted side, okay, I actually get off on the left-hand side, but it's about getting out of bed before getting out of bed, start pre-paving it. Do you want it? So I ask, I want to see as my source sees. I want to smell and hear and taste and touch. Then I want to have the feelings, and I want to have the thoughts of how. And so for us Christians, we say that I want to see it through the eyes of Christ. And so as you start realizing that, you just start saying, oh my God, this is a beautiful world and there's beautiful people. But see, you can have any and everything that you want because this world has it all. So it has everything you don't want or everything you do want. And so if you watch TV right now and news, stop doing that because they have spent millions of dollars and search the world over for bad stuff to share with you, and then they show you bad stuff, and then you start getting caught up in it, and you think, wow, this world is a bad world. I mean, I don't like my car, I don't like my car. There's nothing to like, there's nothing to be guarded about other than what we've created and what our beliefs are about, oh, there's bad people. Bad people only come when you attract them and you think that there's bad people. I only attract good people, and so will you, and harmonious people and uplifting people and people that help you to achieve your goals. So this little committee, it has fear and worry. So just imagine them around the, in your head and around this mahogany table, these executive chairs, and you're thinking about the past too, and you got all this guilt. And so here the players are fear, false evidence appearing real, fear, worry, doubt, complaining, blaming, shame and guilt. And I'm sorry, but the Catholic religion was really good at creating shame and guilt. And so shame and guilt. And so, so all these little committee members go around, and the only devil there is there's nothing working against you, okay? There's everything that is loving you. All that is loving you and supporting you and wanting to guide you, and not guide you like a puppet. It's that you ask, and then God's going to literally guide you to whatever you're asking for, whether it's wanted or unwanted. So you might as well start asking for the wanted, because you have this almighty, powerful, the concierge in the sky, that you just start asking for the things that you want, and they'll start being delivered. So this committee member basically takes over, and it decreases your success and it increases your stress. The beauty is that you could just tell don't use a lot of emotion for it, but just tell the committee, bye-bye. Bye-bye. We'll see you later. You know what? I don't need you. You've been working against me all of these years, and I'm not going to listen to you. Instead, I'm going to listen to God. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to stand tall, and I'm going to start living, thinking deliberately about what I want, and I'm going to be doing it deliberately, and it's going to be in the green zone, where I am the deliberate creator. I'm a creator all the time. Each one of us have been creators all along, and we've been doing a fantastic job. You're in the perfect place right now on everywhere your soul wanted. But now I'm going to help you to become even more deliberate and being guided by God and your soul, if you will, and become a deliberate creator where you have good feeling thoughts. I literally, out of my 9 books, one of my books is just good feeling thoughts. And every day of the year, there's 7, and 7 is a spiritual number. There's 7 good feeling thoughts. Because all you need to do, like my book, Encouragement from Dr. Hank, if you just read one encouragement every day, I promise you, your life's going to take off. It's as easy as this, and your life's going to take off in the next 5 weeks now. Hallelujah. And what do you say? Yes! I love my life taken off. And, I can really just amuse myself and have so much fun here. And, because I can't see your expressions, but I can feel them. And I know you're feeling this, and you're saying, yeah, I want to live in this green zone. I want to be the inviter of what I want. I am the conductor. I have the symphony in front of me, and I have a magic wand, and that magic wand is my thoughts, and I'm going to raise my magic wand now, and I'm going to have these good-feeling thoughts about what I want, thoughts that I love, thoughts that I like, things that I like to do, be, and have. And I'm just going to go into that la-la land. And when I do, God's going to just take over, and I'm going to be in a pure state of allowing and receiving all of this guidance from me. And God will bring me the people and the circumstances and the events to me. When you think about it, like think about how you met your spouse, or, think how you got in this business or whatever. And you could have never figured it out, right? It's by, you might have thought it was by chance or coincidence or what. Everything's a perfect synchronicity. And it's giving you either oranges, or it's giving you that bright yellow, or it's giving you that dreaded red of what you want, depending on where your thoughts were. And the beauty is you have the power right now in this moment to start to say, yeah, I'm going to just think good feeling thoughts. And by the way, if you have any questions about, any of the things that I'm sharing with you, that you can go ahead and email me, text me, whatever on that information. And so back to the green zone. Again, we're off of the agenda again, so I got to move along here. But we're in the inviter of what we want. What will be? And so I want you to think about what will be. Oh, I just see this abundant life. Like I see myself living now several months, if not more months every year in Mexico and Puerto Vallarta and in this beautiful condo that overlooks, Sharon was saying that, my wife was saying this morning that, yeah, she saw us sitting out on the porch looking at the Pacific Ocean, which is about 100 feet away from us, and having our maid bring us, our cook bring us some coffee and pastries, and that's a life, that's the type of life. So just think about and just start expanding your imagination on all the things that you want. Okay, now I'd like you to grab your desire sheet. So from here on out, by the way, we're going to be living in the green zone. It's going to increase your success, decrease your stress. Stress, by the way, is a killer. That it's the number one killer that we have, and that stress comes from fear. And so the things that we fear, and that's all in our head, so we can stop all of our fears, and we can start doing it. So I want you to grab your business desire sheet, and I want you to identify what's something that I really want to achieve in 2018 or in the next month or the next 3 months or by the end of June, maybe, that you would want to do. But what is it that you want? That I'd like to, and so here's, some conservative suggestions, like maybe just close 3 homes per month. The average agent closes about a home every 2 months. Some of you close way more than that. And some of you are, big time agents and or brokers. And so whatever that would be, but maybe allow 10,000 or more each month, maybe a passive income, maybe a stock, maybe a, business of commissions, and so whatever that may be. And again, that number can be lower. It doesn't matter on what the number is, as long as you feel good about it. So if it's $3,000 per month, put down $3,000 per month. This isn't competition with anybody. There is no competition. There is no battle, okay? That there is this beautiful place that we call life, and we each have been blessed with this life, and all you need to do is have these good feeling thoughts, thinking about what you want, and then have it. Or maybe it's, more friendlier, that I want to serve more people. And so I want you to write down your desire sheet. And then afterwards, I'd like you to, really be focused on this and say, yeah, this is what I desire. And then why do you want it? So it's what you want and why you want it. The why will get the energy going, okay? Or maybe attract listings. Maybe you want to do listings. I personally think that listings are easier than buyers. I don't have to run them all around. So I like attracting listings. Then I want you to go to your personal desires sheet. So you should have printed 2 out. If you don't have that, that's fine. You can print it later. I'm going to send out it again today to you. But your personal desires. So what do you want to do personally? So identify something: family, home, a relationship, your health, social, mental, spiritual, whatever the case. Be healthier. Improve your relationships, maybe. And then invite your soul daily. And so if you will just do that one thing, and maybe put it on your refrigerator or someplace that you can see. Put it on lipstick. It's a little kinky, but put it with lipstick on the mirror and put down maybe an affirmation like, I am confident or I'm successful or whatever the case may be. That and then put on there that I now invite my soul to come with me today. And so just think about having your soul come with you today. And as you do, and you just allow it to, you're going to have just be this magnet to attract all these wonderful people that are in this world, all this business, all this money. God is abundance, and God wants you to be abundant. And the only thing that has prevented that from happening isn't your parents and your upbringing, and it isn't whatever bad beliefs your teachers gave you. It is your thought right now. You can just forget all of that stuff from before, and you can trump any belief. You can overcome any belief that is keeping you from what you want simply by doing these simple things that I'm asking you to do. And so these good feeling thoughts, right? So invite your soul daily. Now, I know that I blew through those, but because of time that I was channeling there and often having a fun time, so I'm going to be fairly quick through this. But you have a business desire sheet, a personal desire sheet, and that's something that I want you to mentally focus on during these next 5 weeks. And you're going to start seeing that you're going to get closer and closer and then achieve your goal faster than you ever could possibly, because you have all that is supporting you and loving you, and cooperative components just surround your every thought. And that's why if you think about, the bad deal, you get more bad deals. And that's why you just say, that's what I don't want. What do I want? Good deals. And just think about the good things that have happened to you and the good things that you want to happen to you. And then it's only possible then to get them in your experience. Okay, so now let's go to referral partnerships. And so we're all in real estate, and I call this the magic bullet. And basically, referrals are the easiest, no cost, and best way to build your business. So this is very practical. So I had my head in the clouds, if you will, initially here. Now I got my feet on the ground, and I'm rooted in the Mother Earth, and that now I'm sharing with you, hey, let's use a real practical way, and referrals are the easiest, no cost, best way. We don't receive referrals because we don't ask for them. We don't ask for them because we believe we're the only one benefiting. And so I want you to change that belief on everybody wins, because when your referral partner gives you a referral, that they're going to build a stronger relationship with those people, and they're going to be more respected and more liked. And so that is going to benefit them more than any money could pay. And so we don't receive it because we think we're the only ones benefiting. Who is your referral partner? Your referral partner is somebody well-connected. So I really want you to take take a deep breath right now and ask God, who would be somebody that could really start providing me more referrals? I coach with an amazing agent who now is an international agent, started out selling maybe one home a month, and for about $125,000, and now is doing $1 million homes, and he coached with me, and I mean, after year 7, I said to him, and every week, and when we would meet, I'd remind him, okay, where are you with your referral? And after 7 years, all of a sudden he remembers, oh my God, I have this one person. This person was unreal, and they were in a company that had employees. And so, believe me, there's many referral partners there who are well connected in the community. Could be previous clients, family, loan officers, hairdressers, insurance agents, and then invite them into your experience. And so you want to actually go and out of the blue. And so this is what's going to also happen. And I want you, this is kind of a yes thing, that out of the blue, that I want you to start expecting things out of the blue. And so when each of you reach for your car door handle and open it, an amazing thought's going to come to you. And I just planted that into your consciousness. And so as long as you allow that, an amazing thought that's going to help you, give you more of what you want, more of that professional goal, more of that personal goal that you have done. But just start expecting things to come out of the blue now, because they are going to come out of the blue because you're thinking on the right side, on the watch it side. Meet with your referral partner, ask for help, share your goal. And so it could be, hey, I'd like to, help 3 families this month, whatever that may be. And then ask why they would benefit. Why would you benefit by providing me and helping me, with this? Well, first of all, they'd help you, and so you now are self-confident. You have a high worthiness, that you are worthy. Remember, I was going to help you understand the power that you are and give you more clarity and understand your purpose here. Okay, and you're expanding all that is. You're thought and your feeling. It's expanding all that is. You're going to where thought and feelings have never been before, and God's mantra is more. And so you're providing, that more. And then to know this worthiness. So this is the worthiness that you are, that they're going to be able to help you, because you're putting in a position to help a person, and that's you, and people love to help a person. And then you're going to put them in a position to help all the people they know, all the people that, their clients, whatever the case may be. And then share who your ideal client is. And so say, hey, I'm looking for people in this neighborhood, in this area that, have good credit, that have a good income that you know of. And so whatever they know about, but, this is who I'm looking for. People that, that are looking for, again, a certain area that you're looking for harmonious people, kind people, and so identify. And so I would suggest that you write out your definition. Who is your ideal referral partner, and who is my ideal client? So I want to know who my ideal referral partner is and who my ideal client is. So write down that and get clarity. So I promise you more clarity on this, right? That you're going to have more clarity now and be able to understand exactly who's my ideal referral partner and who my ideal client is, and then ask for a personal introduction. So you don't want just a name and a telephone number. You want them to call them or email them and say, hey, are you still interested in looking to buy or sell your home? I know this amazing real estate agent, because each one of you are amazing, and you're the best real estate agent there is. The reason why is because you think that, and in your area with your expertise, you are the best of the best. And so just start telling yourself that and loving yourself and be kind. You know who's the meanest person to you out of everybody in the whole wide world? You. Stop it. Knock it off. That God doesn't like that, because you're made in the image and the likeness of God. You're an extension of source energy. You're bad-mouthing God. Stop doing that. Start saying nice things about who you are. You're a magnificent, beautiful, and loving creator, and I love you all. And so now let's look at the mother of all creation. And to look at that first thing each morning, that I want you to enter the doorway of joy. And this is the doorway of joy, where you walk through this doorway of joy, and the doors of abundance swing widely open to you. So just close your eyes and imagine that thought. You're just walking down this beautiful corridor, this hall of joy, and that you see the doors of abundance swinging open, and more business and more laughter and more smiles and more harmonious people and more business and money and more of all the things that you want, deeper and more meaningful relationships, and this beautiful relationship that you now have with God, because you're inviting God into your life every day, and you're asking to be guided by Him, again, not as a puppet, but guiding you to the things that you want, and then everybody is uplifted, and so it's just magnificent. So you walk into this joy and what I call a joy shop. And so every morning, wake up 15 minutes early. It just takes 15 minutes. But in that joy shop, during that 15 minutes, I'd like you to, first of all, read the joy shop. So I sent you already the joy shop. I'm going to send it to you again today. And what that does, you read that to raise your point of attraction, to raise your vibration, to feel better. And as you feel better, first thing in the morning, that's where Christ went out by himself. And the reason why that is because you don't have all that mental activity, the negative stuff going on, resistant thoughts, and this joy shop, that when you read it, it'll raise your vibration. You'll feel better, and you'll be able to attract even better feeling thoughts. And then I want you to write down, after you read the joy shop, 3 things. First of all, what you desire. So I desire to invite my soul with me today. I desire to laugh more today, to feel wonderful today. I desire, and I love this one, and I always giggle on it, that I go, and I'm looking younger and younger every day. I'm looking and feeling younger every day. Quit telling yourself you're looking old, and quit looking at your wrinkles. Whatever you focus your attention on grows. So if you look at your wrinkles, you're going to get more wrinkles. You're beautiful just the way you are. And so just start saying saying, yeah, I love being more youthful and looking younger and feeling younger and having fun. I want to have more fun today. I want to lighten up today. I want to enjoy today. I want to savor today. That I want to have just miracles come to me today. And all of that, on the recording, maybe you just want to, because I'm recording this, that, to replay that, yeah, that's what I want to do. And so write down the things that you want to desire. Then the second thing is, and this is going to start changing the way that your thought process is, that I want you to start writing down what you appreciate. You can start with your life and what you appreciate from the moment you were born, that you had life, so I appreciate that. And then, but every day during the last 24 hours, what do you appreciate? Do you appreciate that you're on this right now? Because this is awakening you. This is enlightening you to your magnificence, realizing that you're in control. There's nobody against you. Everybody's for you. All that is supporting you and loving you and taking you to all of your desires. And it's just awesome to have that, because that uplifts everybody. So you stand in a state of appreciation. And as you think more about what you appreciate, more of those things are automatically going to come to you. You're going to be a magnet to everything that you want and go, yes, I love being a magnet to everything that I want. And then you're going to prepave your day. And so if you have a meeting, you're going to prepave that meeting, and we're going to enjoy each other, and we're going to have fun. Now remember, you're just going to set up the frame of the house, that God will put in all the windows and the doors and make it all, so we're going to get along great. It's not they're going to sign the damn contract. That, you're going to get along great with them. It's going to go wonderful. You're going to feel good. They're going to feel good. You're going to smile. You're going to love. You're going to become new friends with them. So whatever you're prepaving, that if you exercise in the morning, that, hey, the exercise is just going to be fun. Like I walk every morning, and so I say to myself, yeah, I just float like an angel, in my walkway, and I'm in my corridor of joy, and as I walk, all the doors of abundance open. I mean, I have such a rocking time walking that, I'm not thinking whatever people might be thinking when they're walking, like, oh man, how much longer, okay, that I can't wait to do more so that I can create more. So you prepave your day the way that you want it. So your success steps. The first one, I'd like you to listen to Success Unit 1 at least 6 times. So I'm going to send you a MP3, and I want you to listen to it 6 times. Why 6 times? Because people accept new ideas after typically the 6th time. That's why advertisers keep on advertising the same darn ad all the time. And so I want you to listen to Success Unit 1 at least 6 times. It's just good information that'll just uplift you. I want you to identify your high payoff activities. So you'll hear about high payoff activities. And what are your high payoff activities in your professional life and your personal life? And then number 1 in your personal life is this joy shop, and to invite your soul with you each day, each and every day. And and again, we'll review a little of that next week. And then meet with at least one referral partner this week. So I want you to think about, hey, who's just a fun, rocking person? If you can't think of a person, just invite a friend and practice on them. Okay, and you'll be amazed on how the practice on them that they become it, and they be all of a sudden they say, oh, I happen to realize I got somebody that I know, because everybody knows at least 250 people, and out of that there's at least 10 people that are looking to buy or sell their home, and so you want to be on top of that, and then you want to create your life each day the way that you want it, and all you have to do is the joy shop, and you can easily be able to do that. So I want you to expect now wonderful things to happen in your life. They're going to come to you out of the blue. That expect out of the blue thoughts, people, and circumstances that lead to your desire. The most important thing for you to do is to feel good. And the easy way to do that is just think upon thoughts that please you, that you like, that you want in your life. Look at that little angel guy. How do you like my little characters, eh? Little guy with my heart. That's a hankers up there and with that heart. And I'm giving my heart to each one of you and my love to each one of you. You're so magnificent. And God is there and all of God's angels are there. And want nothing else for you to be happy and to feel good. And so expect your life to start becoming better and better, as it is starting right now. So I love you all. I thank you for this amazing time together, and that know that everything that you have wanted is now coming your way. All the best. Bye-bye.